reflective and urgent. In the hallowed halls of the Oval Office, a declaration was made, a call for justice, for reparations. Russia must be held accountable for the devastation they've wrought upon our homeland. They must pay for the reconstruction of Ukraine. A sentiment echoed fervently by Western leaders, rallying behind Ukraine's plea for reparations.
We stand with Ukraine. Russia must compensate for the destruction they've caused.
Justice demands that Russia pays for the rebuilding of Ukraine.
But as the West demands accountability from Russia, a haunting question emerges from the shadows of history. Who will pay for the ruins left in Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, and beyond? In Afghanistan, decades of conflict culminated in a US-led invasion, leaving the nation in tatters. Today its people grapple with poverty and instability, bearing the scars of a war they did not choose.
Our homes, our schools, our hospitals, all destroyed. Who will help us rebuild?
In Iraq, the 2003 invasion led to widespread devastation. Cities like Fallujah and Mosul were reduced to rubble, and the nation still struggles to recover. Libya, once the wealthiest nation in Africa, now lies fractured after a NATO-led intervention in 2011. The promise of democracy replaced by chaos and civil war. The pattern is unmistakable. Western interventions have left a trail of destruction, yet discussions of reparations for these nations are conspicuously absent.
There's a glaring double standard. While the West demands reparations from others, it often evades responsibility for its own actions.
In 1991, Iraq was compelled to pay $52.4 billion in war reparations for its invasion of Kuwait. But when the roles are reversed, accountability becomes elusive. The Center for Constitutional Rights has called for reparations for the United States' unlawful acts in Iraq, labeling the war as cruel, senseless, and baseless.
It's time to acknowledge the suffering inflicted upon the Iraqi people and take responsibility.
Yet these calls remain largely ignored. The mainstream narrative focuses on the misdeeds of adversaries while conveniently overlooking our own transgressions. This selective memory raises a troubling question. Are we, the citizens of the West, complicit in this hypocrisy? Have we been lulled into complacency by the narratives fed to us?
I never really thought about who pays for the damage in those countries. I guess I just assumed they handled it themselves.
It's time to confront this uncomfortable truth, to hold ourselves to the same standards we impose on others, to demand accountability not just from our adversaries but from ourselves. Justice is not a one-way street. If we seek to lead the world, we must also lead in accountability. The ruins of Kabul, Baghdad, and Tripoli stand as silent testaments to our actions. The question is, will we listen? Reflect, question, demand accountability.